Hi, it's Kamon Reynolds, and I've got an exciting video for you that's informative. It's the first day of fall. Goldenrod is just blooming like crazy right now, and wingstem, and this 2-queen colony is doing phenomenal. It was a 1-queen colony that was really struggling because the queen was going downhill, and we made a split. If you want to see how we did that and learn more about those things, I'm going to leave a link right up here. So let's get to the video. When we do these reviews, we don't test the products just a little bit. We test them a lot. We feel like we have to be honest with the companies that we review for. We also need to be honest for you all. So I'd say we've pulled 750 to 1,000 pounds of honey off with this fume board. And I've got a pretty good understanding of what it can and cannot do. Plus, we've used fume boards for many, many years, so we kind of know how to use a fume board. Now, this is from Dadant, and there's some things that I like. First of all, I like this plastic tub material because the sun will get it hot and it'll help the whatever product you use, BB gun, honey robber, honey bandit, all of those evil sounding name products. But they're great for getting the bees out of the way, so it's quicker for you and it's much easier on the bees as well. It keeps you from damaging or crushing bees. I'm going to leave a link up here if you want to see how a fume board works. Now, I love that. The heat warms it up, and you got this foam material down here that you can spritz that product on, and it will technically do a good job. But this is more than that, right? And I think the concept is fairly good. As you can see, there is a motor up on top, and it has these pipes down below that blows a current of air through here and helps push the bees down faster. However, I didn't notice it vacating the supers really much, or if it was much, very little more than a regular fume board. Maybe I used less product than in past years, and temperature does play a lot into this, but it didn't seem for the price that I was getting that much more out of it. I think the concept is good. There's just so many things that were a problem. First of all, the type of plastic this motor is really fragile. If I really feel like I dropped this once on a hard surface and it's done. And it constantly wants to slip out right here, and it's just made to sit down like that. So, but if you ever lean it, it wants to pop out. As you can see, we Gorilla Taped it to eliminate that, and that did work. Down below, within 2 hives of using this foam came almost completely loose from the plastic. The glue was not very good. There was some, but it was not holding it. That was a big issue right out of the gate, and thankfully I was at my parents' place, so I was able to get some tape, and we were able to tape that up. But it was a pain in the butt in the middle of doing those colonies, because they just fall down onto the frames. So we had to tape that up. It really wasn't that speedy. And then the other thing is it really didn't get that much done for the battery usage. So we used high quality batteries. This is not an ad for Energizer, but I do think that the Energizer batteries do better than a lot of the batteries that you can get out there that are more generic. And it didn't really last that long. I don't know, we might have been able to go through 1.5 yards, 60 colonies with it blowing the way it should have. Maybe that, and that's, I think, being a little generous. Probably 1 yard. If you used it solo, definitely 1 yard. So, and batteries aren't that cheap. So I'm not really trying to bash anybody when I do these reviews, but it's important because we're spending our hard-earned money, and there's a lot of products out there that do a good job, but there's even more products that do subpar jobs or just really don't fix anything. I think the concept is good. Honestly, I would just keep the tub and forget the blower unless the blower was completely overhauled. I've also talked to people who have had the motors burn out in the first year, so not cool. I guess if it's not blowing, then it's not cool at all. That's pretty bad. But it has some potential. Honestly, you can make your own by just taking an old lid or taking a piece of plastic or wood material and putting some felt down below and spritzing it. And that can work really good. Real quick, just as another tidbit, there's big differences in the type of fume materials that you use. That would be, for example, using butyric acid, which if I'm not mistaken is the honey robber. I could be getting the names messed up. Everything in this industry sounds the same. Ape of this, ape of that, rob this, rob that. Anyways, I'm getting segued here a little. But the butyric acid, as Gus Mitchell puts it, smells like cheese vomit. And it does. If you spill it in your car, you'll never be able to sell it to anybody. I actually know a guy that happened to. Anyways, it does clear the bees out faster than anything, because no creature on earth wants to be close to that stuff, including beekeepers, and that's why we don't use it. So we use products that are based off of almond oil and stuff like that. It's more gentle, and so it doesn't get quite the bees out as quickly, but we can just run multiple ones of these at a time. And sometimes I feel like it does, towards the edge, leave a few more bees in the super than the rougher products are. But we also take a bee blower to the yard, and whatever's left, we just blow them out. So that's our system. We drop these on, and while either Laurel's dropping these onto colonies, cracking colonies open and dropping these on, I'll be following behind, pulling supers off, blowing them out. And so that works pretty good. When you got an awesome beekeeping wife, you know, life is just, you know, it's awesome. So what are we having for dinner tonight, Laurel? All right, well, enough of the review. And Dadant does make some good products. I love their smokers. They're the best in the industry. And they have some great stainless steel. This product needs to go back to the drawing board, though. So thanks, everybody, for watching these videos. And thanks, everybody who sends product to us to review. And we look forward to trying out more product in the future. Thanks for watching this video.